Why some people are behind in life. What do I mean by being behind in life? In the fast-paced modern society that we live in, it has become more widespread than you might think, that more and more people feel that way by their peers. Not that the peers are wanting you feeling that way, but this is the way it is in many ways. And what do I mean by feeling behind or being behind, actually? Because it has some objective measures. It's about being like earning not what you are supposed to earn in this stage of life, especially as a man, that the society expects you to provide to your spouse, to a family, or at least to reach a higher income level than you had in your 30s and especially in your 20s and before that. And I have not reached that level, I have to admit, and that due to a cocktail of many things. Two of them I want to highlight in this video and to share my insights and tips how to handle with that situation at the end of the video. So stick with the video until the end. So what do I mean by that? I mean not just earning less, but it goes beyond that. It goes to feeling that everyone starts their family because they have a job that they are proud of, that drive them meaning, or at least to some extent, even within the 9 to 5. I'm not getting into the 9 to 5 versus the digital nomads or freelancers and content creators like myself, but this is a different topic that I touched in this video. So watch this, how people will try to not going into this rabbit hole of being a digital nomad or content creator, because they are different. They are sticking the 9 to 5. I want to outline here the two main reasons to being behind in life in objective terms, like earning less, having less certainty in life. You don't have your family yet, you don't have kids, which is something that you expected to have, at least in my country. And so you are like an odd creature going around them. And you feel it, like you are like, feel also in your mood that you are less like all your friends. You are not part of the society that you're in, beside being a content creator, which is another layer of that. But even just if I work in mediocre job like I used to work several years ago, back office executive and so on, something along these lines, and you earn like average salary, 9 to 5, and you have no purpose in your work, you're just an average person, and that's frustrating. And you can't get forward in that and reach those income levels and significance that you wish for, like all of your peers have, is first of all because of you don't know what you want to do in life. You don't know what you will do when you are grown up, and you are. If you're in your 40s and even your 30s, you are, and you are supposed to have such role and career identity. At least this is what society dictates. And I didn't have, and I still didn't have in the past years or so, until I reached that, after a lot of journaling, that turning point when I started to become a creator, creating content on medium.com, on my blog posts on WordPress, and here on YouTube, in both channels, on my chess channel, which is one of my hobbies, and here sharing my journey of my late blooming. It takes time to, especially if you are a highly sensitive soul like me, and you are a deep thinker, and everything takes you more slowly than others. So finding what you are meant to do in life is a big deal for many people, especially when you have so many options today with AI and social media, and you can be an influencer, and you can become a business owner. You have tremendous career opportunities as an employee, right? In the high-tech industry, programming, project management, tourism, you name it, the traditional ones and the new ones. And you can get so good salaries. Most of my friends are from the high-tech industry, and they get paid. I had an average job, they just tripled my income. And I didn't feel good about that, obviously. No man wants to earn such an average income at this stage of his life. So, yeah, it's highly connected to knowing what you want to do. And that takes effort, journaling, self-discovery journey. That can take up to several years, or if you're highly focused and you devote a lot of time to it, less than that. But you need to be highly aware that and brave enough to undertake this self-discovery journey and to not leaving your work altogether, but to reduce the time at work and have some room for your self-discovery journey and journaling and starting creating content and develop your personal brand online, whether written blog or YouTube, and that takes time. So I don't want to say too much about this because this is one of the big topics in my channel and my blog, and I cover that in this video. If you want to check why people feel lost, why you may feel that lack of significance at work and you don't really know what is your best skills or best attitude to life and best value to offer to audience or to your boss, watch this video. That will help you to organize your thoughts and know how to find that one thing that you are meant to do. Beyond that, there is a second reason which I want to deepen in this video, the more objective hurdle, so to speak, that nobody sees, and maybe even you can't realize that this is the main reason that you are behind in life, which can be life circumstances knowingly or unconsciously affecting your feeling of being stuck at work or at 9 to 5, that you don't feel that significance and income level that you want, or procrastination if you have side hustle and you are not getting through that beginning stage, and then you're just feeling stuck, throw spaghetti on the wall, maybe creating some videos or blog posts and you don't see any traffic, and the reality doesn't give you a good feedback to your hard work. So yeah, there are objective things that you need to overcome and to realize that they are the ones that inhibit you to succeed in life and to get the level of your peers, of even outperform them. This is something that took me a while to realize, because even my most close people made me feel that maybe it's something subjective, that I'm sensitive to noise, I'm sensitive to the reality, I'm sensitive to the world, right? It takes me too much time and I need to go back to work in the 9 to 5 and not pay that much of time on self-discovery without any financial results, right? But at some point I realized it's not myself, it's not my fault. Okay, so the first 2 years maybe that I delayed my life was on my fault, because I tried to pursue a doctoral degree, which I understood that it's beyond my capabilities. I didn't got the funding from the UK. I was very close to, but unfortunately didn't. And then I turned to a freelance content creator, and that didn't suit my energy as well, to work with clients all the time with low income as well. And yeah, I at some point realized that the main reason that I don't soar and see the results that I want is not that I don't know what I want in life. That took me a bunch of time to figure out, but I did figure out. This is why most of my previous videos cover that. The main reason that I couldn't realize my plans, even after I refined my personal brands, spanning on these channels and my blogs and Medium, I didn't find the atmosphere to soar and to see the momentum that I wish for, and I know I can. That's the big thing, that the society don't want you to understand that they are, or the surrounding that work the 9 to 5, or want you to be the same and follow their path. And if you are brave enough to look straight to yourself and try to figure out, and this is very frightening, and figure out what is your value, what you really want to do, where you find your meaning in life, and high possibility to earn a lot of money, this is where they stop you. This is the main reason that you can move forward and see that momentum that you want. For me, it was the neighbors that I had just bad luck with my recent flats over the past 5 to 6 years or so. I couldn't create content because if I created videos, then the neighbors reacted with noise and that made some conflict. Beyond that, I just had some neighbor that made a lot of parties and other one that dragged the furniture at night, and I just couldn't relax at my own home. I knew that this is interrupting me, but I didn't pinpoint that very reason for my delayed life. And then it hit me as part of my journaling sessions that I'm behind in life compared to my peers, especially not just because my self-discovery period that I needed to do later in life, but also the actual implementation of my plans was inhibited by my surroundings. And I'm still looking for my ideal apartment, quiet apartment. This is why I look for private apartments, small houses in the village, or not in the village, but isolated from neighbors where I can easily and relaxedly create content and sleep good and get that what's so-called repressed mode, where you highly focus all the time on your content creation and your entrepreneurship and course making and so on. And this is something that I couldn't really reach because of my surroundings. So this is my case. Maybe your case is different. Think about it. What is in your surroundings or in the energy of the people that surrounded you, maybe family members, close friends, or the workplace that you work in? Maybe you need to change. Maybe the environment doesn't allow you to implement your idea that you already have. This is not just your fault that you don't have the right idea, or you are a failure. You are not a failure. You will know what you want to do in life if you journal about it and you experiment with content or experiment with opportunities enough time. Eventually you will find it. The main hurdle is the environment. And this is kind of relaxing, stilling idea that it's not all of your fault because the society unknowingly make you feel like this is your fault, but it's not. The main fault is the environment, physical environment, like in my case, or social environment that you need to change work, change country, change vibe, what suits you best to be most creative, so you will be able to pull off your big scheme of life, your ideas, your purposeful life. So take that in your mind when you feel behind life, and that will cheer you up. Believe me, I know. When I had this aha moment that I discovered it's not me, it's the surrounding, and I'm fine. This is where you can go and find that place that suits your needs, and then you can get that momentum that you wish for, in which I'm part of now, not at the fullest, but I'm in it. So that is the video for today. I hope it gave you some ideas how to solve this feeling behind in life, or actually being behind in life, and make it through and feel better and get closer to your goal. I remind you to watch this video if you don't really know what you're supposed to do in life, or you have some vague ideas and you don't really hit that nail in the head and know exactly what is your added value online or offline. Watch this video and see you there.